Look at this operating system. It has a rather old school vibe to it, but it seems decent, right? It has a file manager, a media player, a bunch of games installed. It seems responsive and you can probably get some work done on this. How much do you think is the total image size of this OS? 300 MB? Maybe 100 MB? This entire freaking OS is only 1.44 MB. Exactly what? This can fit on a freaking floppy disk. Do you even know what a floppy disk is, kid? I mean, I'm calling you a kid, but I've never seen one in real life either. They are that ancient. This particular OS is called Kolibri, and it can run on systems with only 8 MB of RAM. I have never in my life seen a system with less than, say, 256 MB RAM. But this will run on it, and that's the whole point. This OS will save old school hardware which no longer runs, mainly because of modern software being too resource hungry. One of the biggest reasons why older machines, particularly PCs, slow down is because newer OS requires more resources. Something like this will bring back some functionality so the old hardware doesn't end up in a junk pile. I mean, aside from being an impressive feat of software engineering, it really opens up a question: how good are the modern OSs really when it comes to optimization? Because if these developers manage to fit, say, an image viewer, graphics editor, text processor, and more than 30 games in this file size, what exactly are modern OSs doing? Now, of course, modern operating systems have much better apps built in, but do they really need that much resources? I mean, Windows 11 ISO is like what, 6 GB? Mac OS is over like 12 GB. These operating systems can take up to 27, sometimes even 30 gigabytes when they are fully installed. Granted, they can do a lot more. I mean, I don't think this Kolibri can do video editing or something, but it kind of brings to light how resource hungry our modern systems have gotten. We've reached a point where 32 GB RAM is like the base model requirement. And I agree, because my 16 GB machine is now lagging behind and I'm gonna upgrade that soon to 64 GB. That is just bonkers. So I'm really glad that projects like Kolibri OS exist to remind us that good software design doesn't need crazy hardware. I had a super old PC with like an Intel Pentium processor. I just sold it last year. I wish I had it so I could try this thing. And if you have one of those devices, I highly recommend you check this out. Maybe it'll bring new life to your system.